Hey YouTubers, what we got here is a showdown of two central pneumatic air compressors from Harbor Freight. This is the, as you can see, the 1.8 horsepower. This is the 2.5 horsepower, 26 gallon, 21 gallon. We're gonna see, what we're gonna do is a time test and see which one it fills up quicker, because that's really where it's at with your air compressors. How fast, how much air you can do. This one here is an oil unit where you can change the oil in it. This is not. This one is a sealed unit. This one's going to be a lot louder than this one because it does not have an exhaust. I don't have an exhaust for this one. This one, or I did have it. I took it off and put it on this one because this one was much louder without the exhaust than this one without the exhaust. So we're going to do that. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to pull and make sure that there's very, very little air. There you go. There's no air in there now. We're going to do the same on this one. As you can see, we're not going to run them both at the same time because I can't. I don't have enough power to do that here. I will kick a breaker. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the 1.8 and we're going to see how long it takes to fill up to 100 PSI, and same goes for this one. That this test is kind of not a head-to-head because this one's a 26 gallon and this one's a 21 gallon, but this gives you viewers an idea. Do you want to buy the 21 gallon or the 26 gallon versus the 21? I'll throw up the pricing on how much this one costs compared to this one. I don't know right this second, so I'll put that in right here. I'll put the price over top of that one there and the price over top of this one here. So right now we are at 30 PSI. I have had this air compressor for a couple years now. I really haven't used it that much. I just got this one today from a friend of mine that said he didn't have room for it, so I can go ahead and have it. So these units are not brand new. These are well-used units, so a brand new one. This one's newer by far. I don't really use it that much. I've just had it for a few years. This one I know has been used a lot. So we are at 50 PSI. $52 PSI. Boy, this thing takes forever. We are at 60 PSI. Only 40 more to go and 12 more minutes. I'm just kidding. I don't know how long it's taking. 70 PSI. PSI and counting. Try to help it out. You never really notice how long something takes until you sit there and wait for it. $83 PSI. PSI. Alrighty, that's where she got at 100 PSI. So, we're going to go ahead and kick this other one on, and we're going to see how long it takes to get to 100 PSI. Actually, I think this one is going to go to 120, because we're going to put this one at 120 to make it fair for the offset of the gallons. I think that's the way it should be. So here we go. And you can see that this one is much quieter now, but without this, it was twice as loud as that one. And by rights, it should be a little louder because this has got a 2.5 horsepower motor, so it's winging that a little faster, I do believe. Not sure, but that's my guess. But I will call off at 100 PSI on the video. That way we know exactly when that one hit 100 and that one hit 100. But the reason why this one I set at 100, and I took this box apart and adjusted it to where it's set at 100 PSI. And this one I'm sure is set at 125. To 30 PSI. We're at 40 PSI. get this to whatever it stops at. I think it's 120, it might be 125, not sure. We are at 110 PSI. It stopped at 120. There's where it is. I know that this isn't, you know, exactly a apples to apples comparison, because that is a 26 gallon 1.8 horsepower. This is a 21 gallon 2.5 horsepower. But here's the thing. These are both sold at Harbor Freight. They're both, you know, relevantly inexpensive air compressors. And if you walk in there and you go, well, should I get the 21.25 or should I get the 26.18? Here's kind of a little bit of a video here to help you out. Maybe if you want it to build up a lot quicker and have a lot more horsepower. But here's the thing. This is a 2.5. When I kick this one on, it doesn't dim my lights in my shop really or anything. This one kind of has a little bit of a hard start for when it kicks on out here, because I don't have that much power out here. So you might think that, yes, this is a lot faster. I do believe it seemed like it took a lot, you know, less time to fill up. And just because it's faster doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You may have to go with the lower horsepower motor because of your power situation. If you have ungodly amount of power or whatever, yeah, the biggest horsepower is your, you know, is what you need. That's what you want. The more horsepower motors on these, you know, is of course, you know, your better way to go. And that's what, you know, really counts. And because usually with the bigger horsepower comes a better pump and a bigger piston, because it's got more horsepower to push it. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos, and please hit that subscribe button. That really helps me out. I'm really trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. You know, hey, a little help goes a long ways, guys. Thanks for watching.